all relationships are built equally. Not all relationships have the same intimacy. And when a relationship is truly intimate, when the intimacy is truly safe in it, you can do weird, quote unquote, weird shit like that. And the person
super normal shit.
Yeah, it's super normal.
But we're all like, we're just really weird.
Right. We've
super
been taught
self-conscious.
that it's weird to process through the body.
Yes.
And so
we've been taught that's what possession looks like. We'll talk about that.
This is a big one for all our spiritual people. That's gonna have to be a whole different episode. Yeah.
It's gonna be my favorite episode.
Yeah, it'll be a great one. We have a lot of really great stories. Not scary, but we can't go there today. It'll be a whole different.
Today's about business.
But the intimacy piece. And I have to say, like, my favorite mentors, whether I'm still with them or not, whether we're even still in each other's stratospheres or not, my favorite mentors have been the ones who have provided a certain depth of intimacy where I can really actually bring, even if I don't bring all of myself into their spaces, I can bring certain depths of myself into that space and really be seen. Through that intimacy is also how I've kind of like just been walking myself home to my art, to remembering who I was. In my post this morning, I actually said, remembering who I was before I was convinced that the only way to measure my worth was whether or not I'm a millionaire yet.
Oh my God. Or have a house.
Or have a G-Wagon, or have had a 50K month, or whatever.
Or in one day had a baby at some point. Once upon a time, if you had a baby, if you didn't have a baby, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah. Letting my art be influenced. This one's been hard for me, actually, because like I think dancers in general, because it's a very competitive world, we have some kind of mixed up. Like,
my God.
Our self-belief systems are a little paradoxical. It's like
all I can do is pirouette.
Exactly. My body can do these amazing things, but I'm not amazing.
Right. It's not me. It's just my body and my amazing coach that was able to tell this body what to do.
But fucking lifting your ass off the ground and throwing yourself on.
God, I wish I knew more dance words.
I know. We're gonna teach her. She's gonna come out.
You're the one doing a rondijan. I know that word.
Literally. And then through that, obviously, just coming back in like fully online. This is what we call fully online, right? Back into our full presence. Before, I was just a business owner. I was a dancer. I was an artist. I was a singer. I wrote poetry. I was a fucking muse.
Exactly. So, why did your business stop this? You see? And this is where we're going. You entering what we are trying to show you is that there is a chance that your priorities have been slightly skewed on accident. Okay? Unbeknownst to you, you have accidentally put yourself aside, put your joy aside, and have accidentally focused on money as self-worth instead of joy. Right?
Money and the accumulation of clients.
Yes, as worth. Instead of upholding the frequency of joy, for example, measuring how successful someone is based on how fucking happy they are, how sane they are. Are you serious? Look, if that person is going in and out of mental hospitals, this is difficult. If that person is literally having mental breakdowns that they cannot explain, because it's not that you will never have a mental breakdown. Holy shit. Yes. We're healing people. Yeah. This is crazy shit. It's the inability to acknowledge the mental breakdown, to acknowledge that the mental is breaking down, to the inability to be able to be honest with your clients, the inability to take these personal days, the inability, the fear of shutting shit down for a second. Because there's also like, aren't you rich? what's gonna happen? What's happening? So
when
of course,
we're having 100K days.
what's happening? If it is a problem of, for example, money management. So if it's like you have never learned, for example, how to actually manage your money, you've learned how to make it, you haven't learned how to manage this alone. That's a whole other thing. Why are you helping people make money if you don't know how to manage money? You can't help people actually keep the money, but you can help them make it. This is difficult. Okay?
If we're making money, but the structures and systems are causing these emotional breakdowns, and I have to check myself into a hospital, or I don't trust myself by myself right now, why are we're copying these systems?
Yeah.
And then you're wondering why you feel so miserable, because these systems are not built for you to be happy.
Yes.
They're built for you to work and make money.
They're built for you to work and be rich. They're not
Nobody ever said you were going to be happy if you were going to be rich.
They never said that. Actually, what we have been taught paradoxically is that once you get the money, you realize that money isn't everything, right? Hello. So here you are.
So here we are.
So here we are trying to remind you that everything is still on the table. Haha, you have money. You figured it out. Congratulations. Now let us present you with everything else that you have forgotten about.
Yeah. Even, and I want to say not even, those, especially those of us who have been doing the work, because we trick ourselves into thinking that we know everything. We become little Nancy know-it-alls. So we're like, I don't need to be held by somebody. I don't need to be witnessed.
I'm the holder.
Somebody witnessed you. You're over here witnessing everybody else. So when's the last time somebody witnessed you? Oh, wait. You got so used to holding space for everybody else. Your little ego is like, nobody can do it for me.
Oh, this is rough. Because then what happens? Nobody can do it for you.
Nobody can do it for you. And then what are we perpetuating to our clients, to our community, to our family, friends? Insert thing here.
Only you.
Only you, by yourself. Which, yes, you are the deciding factor at the end of the day, right? You are the one who has to make the choice. And I wish I had, well, I did. I did eventually. But I wish I had people in my life who could hold space and frequency and really like become it with me, right? So I see you. I see you doing bad all by yourself. I see you out there helping everybody, channeling everybody's trauma. And I also see you walking into a Christ consciousness awakening with somebody. Baby, that shit is real. And you really come into your Christ consciousness, you're like, oh.
Honestly, it should be crazy.
It should be wild. It should look like you're possessed.
Do you understand anything about Christ?
So,
isn't that crazy?
Yeah. This is where like we're really tapping into like soul-led influence, right? This is where we really get to like the nitty-gritty. I think that for us, especially when it comes to not just our human design, but our gene keys, those two obviously work very intimately together. But we've started using our gene keys more recently in the last month or so. So this is newer for us to integrate. But when I look at my human design and then I look at my gene keys, it all makes sense. I'm like, oh shit.
Damn.
Oh, that's why I lead through the body, because I'm not here to teach you how to make more money. I'm here to teach you about rapture. Do you know what rapture is? Okay, you guys, mini lesson. Rapture is the city.
Siddhi.
Siddhi. It's the antithesis, basically, of the thing that we started this episode talking about, lust and desire. Desire is actually the shadow of this gene key. It's interesting, right? Desire being a shadow, because we've been taught that our desires are the most soulful, sourceful thing.
Most insatiable part of our soul.
The most insatiable part.
I always want stuff.
So the enlightenment, the way through the light, the city, the antithesis is rapture, rapture is, and I think I talked about this in another episode too, but rapture is the perceived loss of oneself in the art, in the beauty, in the inspiration, in the joy. It's like you're so enraptured by it that you no longer exist as your ego.
Yes, like when you paint and you're in the zone, or when you dance and you're in the zone, or when you play the piano and you're in the zone, or when you write and you're in the zone.
Yes. You become beyond who you've been named, who you identify as. That's rapture, and that's what the fuck I'm trying to take you to. You can do it. You can fulfill all your desires. I'm watching you.
And this is being raptured by God. I need you to understand this. It's not about you. It's not about something coming in and your body being removed or your soul being taken and now your body's dead. No. It's about you being drenched in spirit.
Consciously.
Fully
conscious.
And now I'm here, but I'm not here. And all I am is operating and allowing this frequency to move through me in whatever way that may mean. That could literally mean you can do this building houses, being a construction worker, being an architect, dealing with numbers, being an engineer. Source exists everywhere. Source is everything.
And the main goal of source energy is not to make more money. I'm sorry, if somebody's selling you source energy and all they're talking about is money.
Stop.
Ooh.
That's not source. That's a part of source.
It's a part of it, yes.
It's an aspect. But is it the aspect you want to play with?
Right.
I don't know.
Who you're really trying to play with?
Who is it you're really talking to? Anyway. Oh, okay. So a way that I think I try to magnetize, or I've noticed that I magnetize like real clients, is actually by doing less on social media and disappearing sometimes. Now, if you have followed me on social media, you already know that I do this. And not only do I disappear for days, but I will disappear for weeks. I will disappear for months. And then I come back and it's like I was never gone. And the shit that I have to say is very charged because I've clearly had a lot of time to think about it. Obviously, during these periods where I don't post anything, I lose followers. But the people that I gain always stay. I have a few followers on TikTok that have been following me, oh my God, since like my second probably inspired video where I'm just talking, and they have honestly seen me grow, and that is insane. It's very interesting. And it's interesting that it is through disappearing that this happens. This is another way that because again, my emotions, it's a lot. I get overstimulated very easily. I get overwhelmed with just social media in general. The more I post, the less I am on social media recreationally, but it just becomes too much for me. And when I can listen and just disappear, sometimes I think that I leave a little too long, but it really helps. It really helps magnetize these people.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I've been doing that as well, especially more in the last like 6 months or so. I've been listening to my body and taking breaks when I need to take breaks and letting my body move through what she needs to move through while I die and be reborn over and over every day. And I've realized as I refine it and I get closer and closer to this 0 point of self, that real, like this raw, real soul-led influence that we're all sold by everybody is not loud like they make it look. It's lucid. It's sensuous. Like you feel, it's something you feel. You can't always put words to it. You can't always explain what's happening within the download or the message. It walks in the room before you. It's your aura. It's how you hold your body, your boundaries, your vision, your dream. The big one. The one you haven't shared with your mentor.
Damn. And that tells you a lot too. This is something I want people to pay attention to. If you do not want to immediately tell your mentor your biggest dream, I need you to understand right the fuck now that is your goddamn intuition telling you, do not tell this person this dream. They cannot hold it. They cannot help you get there. And in fact, they might covet your dream. What happens when we covet? Not good. It's not a good frequency, right? This is the same, it is that same part of your intuition that we learn that's like, you don't want to talk too much about what it is that you're trying to accomplish, right?
The old saying, don't tell the devil what you're doing.
Come on now. If you want him out, what did Alan Watts say? If you want to evacuate, to evict the devil from your house, don't tell him.
Don't tell him.
You don't give him notice.
You don't tell him he's going.
You don't give the devil notice. Do you understand? So please pay attention to your intuition. If this person does not make you want to just tell them your dream because that's your intuition.
The parts of your dream that like
scary.
That you
it's
barely
irrational.
Tell yourself.
It's delusional.
Yeah.
If you cannot do this, that is your intuition telling you that's not the one for you. And it does not matter how much money this person has been able to make.
Or how irrational or delusional they've claimed to be.
Clearly, your intuition is feeling something different. Please listen to it. Please listen to it. Please listen to this. Your body is telling you that this person does not have the capacity to hold this in whatever way. Either hold it, help you with it, they would be envious of it, they have not learned to dream that way themselves. If you have never heard your mentor talking about crazy shit to a similar caliber of what you're trying to do, honey, they're not going to the same place. They're not going to the same place. Find the people that you just want to spill your dreams out to.
Yeah.
These are the people that your soul wants to work with, your intuition wants to work with. It doesn't need to work with people that shut you off, especially that shut off that particular part of you. That's your dream, your secret dream. Yeah. If the person's just their presence shuts it down, that's a problem.
Yeah. If being in their world, because this is a big one that we talk about.
God.
Get in the room, be in the world. If being in their world puts your dream on the back burner because you have to sell their products, you have to sell their services, you have to sell their offers because you've wrapped yourself up in their world.
Was that your dream?
Was that your dream?
No, because that's why you became an entrepreneur. To do stuff for yourself.
To do your own thing. For your own dream.
Selling somebody else's dream isn't co-creation.
No. I don't care how they package it for you, honey. I promise you it's not.
So, to recap, the aura cells, not the script. Your energy cells, not the script. Influence is initiation, not manipulation. Influence in frequency. Influence through frequency, not manipulation. So what does it cost? The cost of selling your soul.
What's it been costing you? Let's talk about what it's been costing us, right? Because we're all out here making money, so we're like, no, it's not costing me anything. I'm rich. Are you though?
In your bank.
Your bank account. So I think actually this part, we're going to offer you guys more like some kind of riff prompts, some things we just want to share with you. And you can take these and journal on them forward a little bit more. You can even bring them into our DMs if you guys really want to talk about it, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I know for me, one of the big costs was losing my voice, my body, and my joy. And like I said, with my post earlier today, with my dance retirement, coming out of dance retirement, as I've been dancing more and as I've been re-embodying this part of myself, I have found so many moments of relief that look like sadness. If you were witnessing me on the outside and witnessing my tears and seeing what I was going through, it would be perceived as sadness.
Like, oh my gosh, she's so depressed.
She's so sad, yeah. But what it's been is a literal realization, a self-realization that my dance before I was an embodiment coach, before I knew anything about embodiment, the way we talk about it, I would make people cry by dancing. Like it was almost automatic. I can take people there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was still disconnected. I was not fully embodied in my own experience during that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that until like 2 weeks ago when I was dancing and I felt my body move and I saw my face and I saw the real emotion, not the performed face of a dancer, my real emotions. And I felt them really move through my body and I felt my body really catch the frequency.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my God.
I think part of why it took so long to register is because belly dance is much like contemporary in terms of the expression of emotion.
Yeah.
So you're not like...
No. Yeah.
And so this is what we know to be performative.
Mm-hmm.
Like smiling all the time, even if what you're doing is like, girl,
Yeah.
shut it down.
Yeah.
It's too much. But you're displaying
Belly dance is
these
very lyrical.
emotions accurately, and you're accurately displaying what it is. But it is still an exaggeration of this, whatever it is, whatever the emotion could be. But I think it has something to do with that. It's just so emotional, and the way that you do feel stuff. So you were as embodied as possible, just through this just like a slight autopilot in terms of how the face, let's say the face specifically, how is the face supposed to dance as well?
Yeah. But it's also almost like this is the paradox, right? I needed to lose that.
Yeah.
I needed to lose my voice, my body, my joy, my art. I needed to forget it in order to re-embody it in my new fullness. It's just like sometimes we have to burn our fucking business down.
It was a willing sacrifice.
Exactly.
These are the sacrifices.
I knew that dance wasn't going anywhere. I'm going to be a dancer no matter what. Whether I come out of retirement or not, I'm going to dance for the rest of my fucking life.
Just can't help it.
I can't help myself. Dance with my music. Because there's music here and here. So I'm going to be a dancer no matter what. But I also find deep joy in sharing this part of myself. And I stopped doing that when my business became the priority.
And when it became contractual.
When it became contractual. Yeah.
You started becoming more concerned about how much the venue was going to pay you, where now it doesn't seem worth it anymore.
Yeah.
Where the dancing, the act of dance started losing its worth for her because she did not feel she was getting adequately compensated, which she wasn't, if that's what she was going to do as her whole business only. Yeah. And for a little while, that was her dream, but things just shifted. And so as her dreams shifted, it's, it sends the body, it makes the body question everything, of course. And so suddenly, it just kind of went through a period of forgetting how much we enjoy dancing just to dance.
Forgetting why I was dancing.
Yeah.
I became the performer. I was playing a role now, right?
Yes, and it had become so competitive, which is part of why, right? It's a tough world. It's tough. And so money with dance must be secondary. Yeah. Money with dance must it's got to just be like a perk.
Money with anything I do, honestly.
A perk.
It has to just be a bonus.
But it's when I want to, when I'm fully embodied, and not because I feel like, oh, I'm running low on money and therefore I need to dance to make money, or, I don't know, because then that's where it sends you into anybody into these spirals of, well, who's going to pay me the most and how can I get it the quickest? And all of a sudden, it's not about dancing.
Yeah.
It's not about your expression of self. It's about expressing your need for money.
And that's also where I would have some of these moments during my sets where I would black out. Like, it was a very spiritual experience.
Yeah.
I would black out. I didn't know what was really happening. And when I would come back, people were just looking at me crying or elated or whatever emotion they were feeling from me. And it's interesting, actually, because when I think about it now, it also kind of resembles the distortion of abundance.
Yeah.
That we've created in spiritual communities, in these spiritual spaces, as spiritual people, as healers, leaders, as people who desire to help the world evolve. We have pedestaled abundance in the 3D as if that is what's going to make us more spiritual.
Yeah.
And when I think about it from the perspective of dance, I wasn't being paid that much during some of my most spiritual performances. During some of the dances that I have, literally, I'm seeing them right now, were free. Some of my most embodied dancing has been done for free. And I think when we start to distort our worth based on only what we're gonna get paid, only how many people sign up for our thing, all of these 3D fucking tangible results that really don't mean anything. Because the reality is, if you and I co-create in a loving, safe, evolving way, you're going to go affect somebody. And then that person's going to go affect somebody. And then that person's going to go affect somebody. I don't need to be here for everybody. I don't need to serve everybody. Why do I need to have so many clients? Like, yes, signups are great, and
because don't you have time?
Right.
This perceived lack of time.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't get them in right now, they're not coming back.
They're never gonna
Why
come.
aren't they coming back?
Right.
What the fuck is it that you're not selling? Because they're not coming back.
Because if it was really in resonance, they would stay.
No
matter what. And if they don't buy right now, maybe in 10 months, 10 days, 10 years, I don't know.
It's about letting go of that.
But we let go of it, right? Because when somebody really resonates, they stay.
And they'll come back when they can. I have people that I want to work with that are just right here. I'm like, all right, as soon as that comes in.
Yeah,
As soon as that comes in.
Yeah, for real.
I'm working with you. But it takes time. We're all human people. And there's no need to rush anybody's process.
Yeah.
In this shit.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I think that the soul itself doesn't scream. And again, we're coming back to that lust desire thing, right? We've been taught that it's got to be loud and bold and crazy and wild and in your face. Your soul's not really going to scream. It just kind of softly pulls back. And one day you wake up and realize you don't feel yourself in your work, in your life, in your relationships. You feel a version of yourself that has been performing.
And this moment could be seen as a downfall, but in reality, this is a gift. When you can actually become aware of this, boom,
see it.
This is a gift to yourself, because that is your opportunity to return. That is your return point. It's your opportunity to come back to who the fuck you are, because it seems like you forgot. God damn it.
So let's talk about coming back. How do we come back? Get your pen and paper ready. Take your screenshots, whatever you want to do with this part.
I guess first off, how to know when you've sold out, which we've sort of mentioned it already, right? I think in general, if you are not talking to your coach about all the stuff you want to do, all the stuff,
every single dirty
if you're,
part of it.
And let's say you do, and this coach is like, ooh, Like, oh, like you're reaching a lot. Like, we gotta walk before we can crawl. We gotta crawl before we can walk. You gotta walk before you can run. Nope, that's not your coach. That's not your coach. If they cannot hold your vision and fucking expand on it and be just as excited as you, see, what you're looking for is yourself. Do you understand? What you're looking for is yourself, my friend. You are looking for your highest mirror self, especially you, billionaire, bajillionaire.
Yeah.
Especially you.
Yeah.
You are looking for your highest self. If you refuse to connect with your highest self, if you continue to be afraid of what it is that you fucking want to do with all that money, you are not going to find the coach for you, friend. Find yourself. Find yourself, then find yourself. If your coach cannot be as excited as you, if they cannot mimic your excitement for that dream, and if they cannot expand on that dream, and if they cannot actually give you steps to get there, that's not your coach. And you have perhaps sold out a bit. So, how do we come back?
Some questions to ponder, to sit with in meditation, to journal on. First one, who would you be if your voice, art, and energy was completely uncensored?
Shit. By America.
Right.
What if there was actually freedom of speech? Okay? Freedom of speech, freedom of expression. In a positive light. What if that were real? What would that look like? Then what if your visibility was a frequency attunement for others? So what if just seeing you, just saying, they don't have to talk to you, they don't have to buy shit from you.
You don't have to be wearing something specific.
Nope. Just your presence, being able to gauge you, see you, that alone tunes somebody one step closer to their highest self, their soul.
So what if you use that frequency to build the visibility that you're searching for?
Dang. That's the frequency of authenticity, my friend. And so that's what we'll come again. If you are working with somebody who cannot hold your authentic vision, the one that you're hiding, sir, ma'am, them, where are you going? What are we doing? And then what influence would you have if you let your soul speak first? Shit. We go back to your coach. Probably wouldn't be with that coach. Shit.
Also, your soul I forgot this earlier. Your soul doesn't speak in templates. What? Your soul's not going to give you a CTA for every post. Your soul's not going to give you a catchy hook for every post. Your soul really isn't actually trying to call people out, even. We're calling co-creators in and up with us, right? We're not trying to call people out and separate ourselves anymore, because we see that we are them. We have all been each other at this point, right? We've all been playing the manipulation game. Hi, it's me. It's cool, you guys. It's cool. It's okay.
It's what we've been taught.
It's what we've been taught.
It's literally how America runs.
It's program.
Look at the Prezi. Everybody knows. Come on. Are we surprised?
Yeah. It's not about unplugging from the system completely. It's not about not using our phones and all of these beautiful apps to help ourselves expand and evolve together. It's about staying wild in it. Staying soulful. Soulful, not soulless. Full.
We did not come here to run from influence. We came to rewrite influence. What does it mean to be what does it mean to be a good influence? Because just making money and helping other people make money is not the only way to be a good influence. It's a way. So if this episode stirred something in you, please understand that you are not broken. Far from it. You are remembering. And sometimes remembering, it hurts a little bit, shocking a little bit. Sometimes remembering destroys your ego a little bit. And this is okay. We integrate that.
And if you're ready to reintegrate that, to embody your soul at influence, we have one-on-one spaces right now. They're very fluid right now. We have some amazing things coming, and like we've been very honest and transparent about, we're in transition.
In transition.
So right now you get to come in and tell us what you want, and we tell you what we can do, which I think is kind of an amazing thing, actually.
Yes. Yes.
And so right now is the time, if you're thinking about it. We're ready for you. We've got spaces that were made for your return.
Yes, I am a coach. I want to say this. I am a one-on-one coach. This is what I like. So I do want all of our clients to understand that, our social media, and I believe we will have like some Telegram chats, but our social media and our Telegram chats are going to be as much group work, and like apart from like our retreats, and be about as much group work as we're focusing right now. We are really trying to give this one-on-one experience. We have nowhere to be. I am not going to die anytime soon. I have zero need to cram as many people as I can all at once. And all of this to say that we are here to give individual attention. That is what we're here for, and that's what we desire to do, because everybody is not the same. And so even with 2-3 people in a room, oh my God, do you know, God, that alone would have to be like a 6-hour thing, because I refuse to not give everybody their individual attention. And while we may have some bleed over, we're individuals. So, well,
that being said, next week, we'll be back.
We shall.
Every Friday, episodes drop. You know where to find us.
In the frequency.
Bye.
Bye.